Real Madrid thought it knew its defensive identity, a blend of experience, steel and veteran presence that made the backline a sanctuary for leaders like Antonio Rüdiger. But football can be ruthless and fast-moving. That sanctuary is showing cracks. Enter Xabi Alonso's new era. A coach who prizes balance, ball progression and dynamic defenders, and suddenly a crowded centre-back roster becomes a problem of its own. The headline is simple and startling. Rüdiger, a man once considered nailed on, now finds his starting spot in jeopardy. Why has this happened so quickly? The short answer is competition. Where last season Real scrabbled to cover gaps, this season they boast 5 senior quality centre-backs. Dean Huijsen, the 20-year-old centre-back, has arrived with confidence, composure and a physical profile Alonso seems to love. His aerial dominance and calm out from the back passing create a profile that fits a coach who wants defenders to start attacks rather than just stop them. At the same time, David Alaba and Eder Militao, both returning from injury, bring experience, pace and tactical intelligence. That trio alone forces hard choices. Do you prioritise experience or the new profile of ball-playing athleticism? And then there's Rüdiger, whose presence has been huge for both club and country. He remains a leader, loud in the dressing room and dominant in duels. But modern managers evaluate more than heart and stature. They look for a defender who presses, who steps into midfield when needed, who can pivot a team's build-up without inviting risk. In that nuanced checklist, even world-class defenders can find themselves edged out. The result is a chain reaction. Selection debates spill into the dressing room, which creates pressure on hierarchy. Who leads, who follows, and which players become tradable assets. Rüdiger's reaction matters. Will he double down, adapt his game to Alonso's demands, or will the club begin to quietly explore options that preserve wage structure and squad balance? There's also a transfer market angle. When a senior, high earner like Rüdiger is no longer undisputed, it alters real summer calculus. Do you cash in, rotate him as a super sub, or keep him as an experienced mentor for younger talents? Each path sends a signal about the club's ambitions and tolerance for internal turmoil. On the pitch, Alonso's tactical choices explain much. He has shown a preference for defenders comfortable with the ball, who can step into midfield lines and maintain possession under pressure. Huijsen's youth brings fewer bad habits and greater willingness to align with a pressing system. Alaba's intelligence and Militao's recovery of form give Alonso options that combine reliability with style. For Rüdiger, the international stage offers reassurance. His role with Germany remains undisputed, proving he has not lost ability. But club football is different. Availability, training form and tactical fit weigh heavier in weekly selection. The psychological element is vital too. Players who have started without question must reassert their value, and that can either raise standards or fracture confidence. Rivalries can be healthy. They demand more from everyone. Yet mishandled, they destabilize key relationships and influence morale at a time when Real must aim for domestic and European glory. So what happens next? Expect tinkering across upcoming fixtures. Alonso will likely test pairings, experience with youth, veteran stability, and perhaps situational selections depending on opponents. Rüdiger's minutes may diminish if Huijsen or the returning veterans deliver consistent performances. Conversely, a single commanding display from Rüdiger could silence critics and force Alonso to rethink. The bigger picture is that Real Madrid is demonstrating depth, a luxury problem, but a problem nonetheless. It signals squad health and development, but also forces tough conversations about roles and respect. For Rüdiger, this season will test adaptability, patience, and leadership under new constraints. For Madrid, the challenge is to turn competition into excellence without sacrificing harmony. Fans should watch the next run of matches closely. They will reveal whether this is a temporary shake-up or the beginning of a permanent reshuffle. Whatever unfolds, one fact is clear. Real's centre-back department has become the most compelling storyline at the club, and its outcome could define not just a season, but the legacy of players and coach alike. What do you think? Should Rüdiger adapt and fight for a new role, or is it time for both club and player to explore fresh horizons?